The Mississippi Link is an African-American female-owned newspaper with a trusted voice that is highly respected throughout the city, state, and nation. Our motto, Keepers of the Knowledge for People Who Speak the Truth, since 1993. Link significantly influences the thoughts, attitudes, and buying decisions of its readers. Call us at 601-368-8481 for your advertising needs. If you would like to receive a newspaper in the mail each week, our annual subscription is...
Are y'all ready? What? Yeah! Y'all ready to play some football? Let's go! If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go! If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up.
If you want some, come get some. Look where I'm from with your big. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it.
Link is an African-American female-owned newspaper. The trusted...
Are y'all ready? What? Yeah!
What's going on, everybody? I am Ariel B, the media plug and the producer for We Believe Studios, and we got some amazing guests in here today. So as y'all already know, the Mid-State Bisons have their show called Her Talk, and they've been coming in every once in a while and speaking about the team, but we want to get a little bit more into depth. So everybody, welcome Mid-State Bisons. How y'all doing today?
Doing pretty good.
All right, so we have head coach, Mr. Brandon Clinton.
Sir, that's
He
right,
got
that's
two
right.
city names, you said?
Right. Mama
And
Candy call me Sandwich.
Right. And then we also have the owner, Joe Brown. How you doing today?
Good, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So thank y'all so much for taking the time out and coming in today. And I got some questions for y'all. I just want y'all to get into it with me. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Joe,
Oh, yeah.
how's everything going today?
I'm good. Everything's all right.
Everything's good. So I know that you have the football team, Mid-State Bisons. Kind of talk about that a little bit, and how long have you guys been a football team, or how did the football team come about?
Well, we always all played football together, especially since we got out of high school and things of that nature. I graduated in 2011 from Canton.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple guys got with me working at the nursing home, said, hey, bro, you like to play football? You want to come out and play? I'm like, sure, why not? Fast forward to now, Byson was made in spring of 2019,
Mm-hmm.
right after playing for Jennifer Bell and Terry Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
He currently on the team and everything, and she on the NLFA for the 601 Vipers. So
Okay.
we pretty much branched off, wanted to do our own thing. You know, COVID had us down for the first 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We had our first all-out full season last year where we did pretty decent. This year we're coming back trying to go a little harder.
Go a little harder.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you talked about how the team was formatted, and it was a couple guys. It was just like, all right, let's start a football team. And I know that you talked about COVID. During COVID, were you guys allowed to play, or did you just kind of have to play it by ear, like we're going to do this game, or how did that work during COVID?
Honestly, when we tried to play, like we all had fields booked in, there's several teams going around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once it hit mainstream, like bad, they shut down everything. So when we tried to play some stuff, we had to go to like little parks and things of that nature. But it just got to the point where it was too serious out here, and we just shut down everything because
Right.
safety first.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
So once you were on the football team, and of course COVID happened, let's change gears a little bit. So I know there's pro arena, I believe, and then there's semi-pro. Which category do you all fall under?
I don't want to call it semi-pro. We all out here, we put our money in, we try to look professional. So we just gonna say we're gonna call it minor leagues to semi-pro.
Minor leagues to
that's a little bit
semi-pro.
more
Yeah.
clean cut.
Okay. And then how does the tryouts happen? Is there an actual tryout period, or is it just kind of word of mouth, or do you just continue to kind of bring people in year after year, like the same people?
It's always, room for improvement on any team.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're going to post out there on all our pages about trials and, hey, again, it's minor league, quote unquote, people call it semi-pro. So pretty much if you know you can play and you good, everybody looking for a nice player on their team, so you pretty much going to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
We look for guys that how to conduct themselves, the game in and out, willing to be coached. Of course, be fan favorites because, we got a lot of fans come to our games, and it's going to be, even bigger this year with what we got, coming in. So, yeah, that's a huge plus.
That's a huge plus. So, and then I know that you have Mr. Brendan here, who is the head coach for the Mid-State Bisons. How did you all link, and how did he become is this something that was kind of already predetermined, like he's going to be the head coach, or how did he come about into the program?
Well, we met him when the Vipers came to be. I think, who brought you out, GNT?
Honestly, it was another coach for the Vipers that was supposed to be the head coach, Coach Johnson.
Right.
He brought me in under the consumption that, perception that it was supposed to be a young adults college, kind of rebuilding, team, for guys that straight out of college was trying to get back to college and things of that nature, and it was all 22 and under. Mm-hmm. But when I came out, I just found out it was just a bunch of grown men playing ball. But it did have young guys on the team. Mm-hmm. And so it just so happened that, he ended up leaving and other coaches left, and I was kind of pretty much out there, and I pretty much took over the head coach role over there. Mm-hmm. And I bring in coaches, and we all just kind of connected from that point on. Even from that first year, we connected, we kind of vibed, we talked a lot of times, because I always leave myself open to talk to the players. And
right.
Heck, we spent a lot of time since then. We fish together,
really?
Things of that nature, we hang out and everything like that. So I call him nephew.
Big now.
So what I'm hearing is it's more of a brotherhood, more so than a football team.
Yeah. And with any family, you're going to have your up and downs, but if you're going to call yourself family, it should be temporary. You should be able to bounce back off of anything.
Yeah.
Locked in, like you're talking about.
Yeah. What are some of the obstacles that you all have faced so far as a team?
Criticism. That's really the major thing that keep anybody down. Like, word of mouth, of course, it's going to be, if it's negative, but God, like I was telling anybody, you can't knock it till you try it.
Yeah.
They can always go off of hearsay.
Yeah.
And I want to add this to that, is that, even with the obstacles and the whole process of everything, is that, when you're building a team, even though we say semi-pro, minor league, but we treat it just as if like you treat it like the pros, you treat it like college, you treat it like high school. Mm-hmm. Each year you go into the season looking to be more and more competitive as you're trying to reach that pinnacle that you want to reach, which is trying to be the best. So every year, even though, like I said, we're cool, we're close, we have relationships, but it's always business first. So we have new guys come in each year competing for spots, and some guys, if you don't handle your business, you may be replaced.
Yeah.
And you have to put that personal stuff aside for business, because it has to be a respect factor of that. I'm pretty sure, like you at work, and you
Mm-hmm.
want to bring a family member on,
Right.
and they quote unquote have bleep it on your job,
Yeah.
and costing you money.
Yeah.
Well, that may be family, but I'm pretty sure you're going to have to remove that family for somebody else that's going to come in and do their job better.
True.
And so that's some things that we face. And, of course, like you said, criticism and, doubt and, kind of shade, rocks being thrown without, faces and things of that nature. But that's the stuff that you just kind of look past.
So I know that you was talking about business and family. Being on the team, do you think that sometimes that kind of is hard, or does the lines ever blur to where you just like, I don't know which direction to go in with this one, especially with being the owner and the head coach?
At one point in time, it was extremely hard because with any family's supposed to be there for you. They're supposed to support your dream. They're supposed to help you see things through. But a lot of people take advantage of that, and they'll put you in a hard predicament and situation to where you look like the messed up one for having to make a hard decision when we all supposed to be this unit, this one team and everything, and it end up don't being like that. So now you gotta protect what's in best interest. The guys that believing in you, falling behind you, And you know, hey, like plenty of people got family they having their life, they don't see them every day, so just gotta treat it like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then how you feel about it?
It's kind of the same way, but I have to say also, just saying that, you know, like I said, when you start something, when it's business, but it's also a brotherhood, you know, you have to put some of that stuff to the side. I mean, it's tough sometimes. And then also learning when you're first starting a business, it's always growing pains.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you know, you can't have it without it, you know. And nobody starts a business smoothly. There's always going to be bumps. There's always going to be a rocky mountain that you kind of get over to get to the top. So, you know, we make mistakes here and there. We learn from them. We grow. I think that's the biggest thing is that, you know, communication.
Yeah.
Communication. Being honest, you know, trusting each other, having faith in the process. You know, when you don't have that, that's when nothing ever works. And so, but we're big on that. I preach that all the time. He knows it, and, you know, so we try to keep a honest relationship open, you know, about everything that's going on with the team.
Yeah.
You know,
So before we go to commercial break, I just got one more question for you. What season are we in? Are we in the third, fourth season?
If we count the COVID years, this will be our 4th season. But if we talking actual football without interruption, this will be our 2nd season.
Second
Going
season.
into it. And you know, hey, thank you, Jennifer Bell, NLFA. Shout out to you. And shout out to who we with, you know, now currently. Hopefully we can get some SFL, NLFA things going together. Shout out to Cassandra G. Beverly. Right. And, you know, the G for great. So, hey. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, So, all right, you guys. As you already know, this is the Mid-State Byson Herd Talk podcast, and we're going to break. So, hold that thought, y'all. We're gonna be back in a minute.
you heard?
Do you have something to say? Do you want your voice heard? Join the We Believe Global lineup. Be the star of your own show. For more info, call 800-492-5186, option number 1, or visit online at webelieve.global. COVID's pioneering coronavirus protocol firm, SGE COVID Solutions, is paving the way forward for a safer city government, delivering cutting-edge biosecurity and biosafety protocols which have been developed internationally by top virologists and scientists, using an all-natural cleaning solution that kills COVID-19 on contact like no other product on the international market. Let SGE COVID Solutions provide innovative, rapid facilities testing and world-class, state-of-the-art bio-risk safety protocols for all of your coronavirus needs. Do you have something to say? Do you want your voice heard? Join the We Believe Global lineup. Be the star of your own show. For more info, call 800-492-5186, option number 1, or visit online at webelieve.global. COVID's pioneering coronavirus protocol firm, SGE COVID Solutions, is paving the way forward for a safer city government, delivering cutting-edge biosecurity and biosafety protocols which have been developed internationally by top virologists and scientists, using an all-natural cleaning solution that kills COVID-19 on contact like no other product on the international market. Let SGE COVID Solutions provide innovative, rapid facilities testing and world-class, state-of-the-art bio-risk safety protocols for
And we're back. What's going on, everybody? Once again, I am Ariel B, the media plug, and also the producer for We Believe Studios. And we are talking about the Mid-State Bison's Herd Talk podcast today. So I know y'all been chilling with me a little while, and yes, the Mid-State Bisons have had their show, but we just want to give a little bit more into depth about the actual team. So we switch gears a little bit, and we have some other people that's in. We have Coach Mitchell and Coach Keys. How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Y'all doing all right today?
Another day in paradise.
Okay, so we're just going to get into it for a little bit. Talk about, let's start with Coach Keys. How did you become a part of the Mid-State Bison's football team?
Well, first of all, it was met up with some great brothers that offered me an opportunity, and I prayed about the situation, and God led me here and brought me here around some brothers, a great group of brothers that I could call just like my own brothers, and truly brought me home and showed me love, and that's what brought me here. And that's what's gonna keep me here to the day they drop me up on 6 feet under. Byson I be.
Byson, okay. And then Coach Mitchell, how did you become part of the team?
Well, Joe introduced me to minor league football back in 2014, and I've been around for a while. Couple teams. I've been in management. I've done coaching. Got the opportunity to come here. Felt like I could do the team some good and give it hell.
Give it hell.
Yeah.
Now, have any of you all had prior football experience prior to getting on this team? Did you play in high school, middle school? I think you just said you played in middle school or high school.
Weirdly enough, I didn't play in high school. I was too antisocial, but Joe talked me into it back in 14, like I said, and I was semi-decent at it. And so I think it led me here. So I'm going to end it with the family.
And then Coach Keys, any prior experience?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I had some prior experiences. Played some football, high school. Had 2 years up on a Jones Junior College, and went on and had 1 year up on the Tennessee Volunteers to the health fail, and ended up having to walk away from it.
Okay. And then what are some of the obstacles that you all have faced thus far with being on the team, if any?
Well, I mean, I haven't had any because I've just got here, but Keys?
Really? Really, I can truly say that it's one of the obstacles with this team is, I can truly say I can't really say that it's a bad obstacle because, man, it's a whole lot better seeing 30 guys at practice than seeing 8-9 guys at practice. It's I mean, it's scary sight when you see that pull up. Like, man, am I at the right place or what? Because practice will make perfect, and that's something I feel like that's going to change us this year. That people will see a different on the football field with us this year because we're at practice. We got guys showing up at practice hungry, got the right guys out there that's wanting to play football. They're out there being respectful, challenging each other, and building at the same time, respectful to the coaches and things like that. We realize they're young men. They have their own problems or anything like that. They're not perfect. But one thing about it, they're subscribing to perfection, and that's a good thing. And like I said, and us as coaches, we see our points, and that's the thing is we always, go back to each other and piggyback, and we see the situation right. We, handle the situation in the right way, and that's the reason why I say that, it's Byson. It's a business, and ain't no business like Byson business, baby.
I definitely understand. So, by you all being coaches, when it comes to some of the players, what are you all looking for? Is it the determination? Is it the motivation? What is it that
honestly,
you all are looking for?
the thing that really led me to the Byson was the fact that a lot of the guys that I'm now coaching I had the pleasure to play with and call brothers. When you're doing it and you're doing minor league football, a lot of times a lot of people don't realize you don't get paid for it. You're out there for the love of the game, and you're doing pretty much you're going to war with guys that love the game just like you do, and I get to coach guys that I started with, so that was the incentive for me to come over here and potentially make the team better, maybe tougher, more conditioned, whatever.
Coach Keys?
Yeah, basically the thing is that I look at it is the guys that desire what they want out of life, what they want, out of this football. If they taking it serious, wanting something out of here, and guys, I gotta tell them if you want to stay at home, it's gonna show up on Saturday. It's gonna show up on Saturday. You get whatever you bring to the table on Saturday. I mean, it starts at practice. Mm-hmm. If you can't come to practice, you can't look for a good performance on practice at the game. I mean, that's just the way it looks. I mean, and guys, they have the right attitude. And like I said, this year is a totally different Byson team. So, hey.
That line better be ready to work.
All I can say is, pick us if you want to. Count us out if you want to. We coming, baby.
Run up, get done up.
We coming, baby. And we hungry. Yeah. That's all I got to say, baby. We hungry. It ain't no noise talking, baby. It ain't nothing personal. It's just business.
So I know that the season is starting up. So who are y'all ready to see on the field? I know y'all probably ready to see everybody, but who are the ones you like, yeah, I'm waiting on y'all. Like, I want you. I want that team.
Well, to me, the first game of the season against the champion, which is the Panthers. And the Panthers are a real great program. Mm-hmm. They are the champions for a reason. They have a real great team.
We'll beat them.
They're a solid football team. But we played them last year, and we made a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers, and we shot ourselves in the foot. Mm. But this year, I think we're a lot more better football team than we were then. Mm-hmm. And surely they made some changes, and we did too. And I'm looking forward. It's going to be a great football game. You better not come with your head pumped up because this ain't the same team, and it's not the same. It's not the same coaches. We're a different organization.
I'll write a check your body can't cash.
It's gonna be one.
Ready.
It's gonna be.
Y'all ready?
It's gonna be one, but we're not worried about the team across town. We're not worried about that.
Who?
We're not worried about the team across town.
Mm.
Who's that?
I don't know. But that first game on the season is the only one I'm worried about. That's the only game that I feel like that dictates the season, set the tone with the first game with the Panthers. That's going to really set the tone for the season, kind of really tell us where we're at. And I think our season will go from there. It really give us as coaches the outspec, and so as the players. So, and then also, like I said, this weekend is going to help us out too, playing against the, Cardinals, which is in the APFL. Mm-hmm. It'll help us out too with that. But I feel like we're ready to go and compete. Mm-hmm. And, because I feel like with our guys, the team we got now, I feel like we can compete with anybody. And that's just being real with anybody. I feel like we can do that. It ain't no bragging rights or anything. It's just being confident in what you're putting down on the table, And I feel like that we can do that. They say the poor frog don't praise his own pun. So hey, I'm just here. I mean, like I said, I'm proud to be a Byson. I'm proud to be a Byson, and hey, I'm proud to be around guys that love the game. and they show up and want to get better on Saturdays. And hey, that's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for.
I'll say this, that a lot of teams that you see in the Jackson metro area or in Mississippi or wherever you go play in minor league, they don't really – they'll say that they're going to go to practice. They'll say that they're going to go put in the work. They'll, say it all day long. But this is the first actual team I've been to outside of one other that actually shows up, actually wants to put in the work, and actually wants to put in the effort to make a championship happen.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this. Are you originally from the Jackson metro area?
I'm from Ridgeland originally.
Ridgeland?
Went to Ridgeland High School, yes ma'am.
Okay. And what about you, Coach Keys?
I'm originally from Myers.
Myers.
Yeah.
Country boy.
Country boy. Yeah. Country boy.
So let me ask you this. How long have you been in Jackson?
I've been in Jackson. Well, I stay in Jackson. I stay in Central County.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I've been up here coaching in Jackson for it's going on 4 years up here in Jackson. Coaching this on semi-pro in Jackson in 4 years.
Okay, so you know that Mississippi is really big when it comes to football. I think that's like one of the biggest sports that we celebrate, and basketball. We have the Jackson State, of course. We have all these other colleges. We have these minor league teams, and we have other teams in the metro area as well.
Not to mention Hall of Famers.
Not to mention the Hall of Famers and everything. Do you think that you have the support from the city for the citizens to come out and watch the game? And if you don't, what would you tell them? Like, hey, y'all, come on out here. Or what would you say to them so they can come on out?
I absolutely do think that we have support here in Jackson with the connections that we're making and the outreach with the show and advertisement, flyers, strict policies on no nonsense.
Yeah,
we're strictly football. If you want to do any of that boneheaded stuff, you can kick rocks. But we're strictly trying to win championships here. We're trying to do it for the love of the game and show Jackson that it can be done.
Yeah. And what about you, Coach Keys?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we could get the support from here, from around here. I feel like this, that we are getting the support from this, from the city, because I feel like we're getting it. And with this organization, this kind of things are working slowly, but we getting, we getting to where we're going, where we need to go.
We're also putting the ball in motion for some outreach programs to be determined yet, but we're laying down the foundation to do that, to be more entwined with what's going on in Jackson.
Mm. Do you think at some point that like mentees for the kids, maybe elementary through high school, kind of bring them in and take them in under your wing or something?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to do that. But I mean, like I said, it's just a matter of organizing it and having the time to organize it and doing it. Going into the season, you don't have a whole lot of time to do that, but honestly, that's one of our main missions is not to just to be a football team, but to be something that Jackson can look up to.
Yeah. So I know that the Mid-State Bisons definitely speak about brotherhood and brotherly love and being there for one another. So what does brotherly love mean to you?
And simple. It just means you family.
Yeah.
And you don't turn your back on family.
Yeah, so through thick or thin, right
Absolutely.
there. Yeah. What about you, Coach Keys?
Don't complicate it.
Hey, it's simple. It's hey, you see your brother. Hey, if you see your brother thirsty, you give him something to drink. Yeah. Hey, If he needs your back rub, hey, you're up.
I don't know about that.
Hey, your brother, hey, he needs you. You need to be there because hey, you never know how big of a support you need to your brother. You never know what he's struggling, what he's going through. It's always sometimes you never know. Just the 3 words, man. I love you mean to a person, because you never know what he's struggling through. And so that's what this is. It's all about brotherhood and brotherly love because if we stand, it's together we stand, divided we fall. But that's the reason why we bring it all together as brotherly love because once you put those 11 guys out there on that football field, and if they come together as a brotherhood, then you got 11 people out there that's fighting for each other. See, then the job got to be done because there's 11 people out there that's standing together. And they showing brotherly love that I'm not going to let my brother down. I'm not going to let you hit my brother. I'm not going to fail with my brother right here beside me. So, and that's the thing about brotherly love, brother. We have to stick together.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Byson. That's what we're preaching and teaching guys now. Hey, stand up. Stand up. Hey, that's bigger than just football. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's bigger than football. Hey, if you're a man, you step out here. Hey, be respectful. Hey, just as if your child's out here. Hey, be mindful. Be mindful for everything. Because hey, you got kids that's out here. Hey, that's looking up to you. You never know who mentor you is, who's looking at you. So at all times, you have to keep yourself up because you never know who's watching you. So at the same time, that's why we say it's brotherhood and brotherly love. We just. You got to keep it together.
Yeah. It's comes down to this. There's too much negativity out there in this world not to have a group of guys that you want to go to war with, that have your back, not only when you're right there with them, but when they're not around. Yeah. And honestly, this is it. This is where it's at. And to be a light in a dark world is a good thing. Because when you have people you can count on, that's brotherhood right there. That's real love because you don't have to do that. People, stab people in the back all the time. Mm-hmm. But it ain't nothing but open arms over here.
That's what I'm talking about. So just a couple more questions, you guys, and I promise I'm going to let y'all go. So for anybody that's out there that's listening to the podcast, and we're talking about brotherly love and the Mid-State Bisons and the football team, if they wanted to join, is it too late for them right now? Or do they have to wait till the next season?
No, they can join. All they have to do is go to the Mid-State Bison Facebook page. Or contact whatever number is on the page. I'm sure somebody will get in touch and they can come out for a tryout. Or if they want to be support, we're looking for sponsors as well. We're preaching positivity, so why wouldn't people want to be a part of it? So if they want to join up, numbers on the page, and there's a way to message us on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And there you go, right there.
All right. And then when is the first game, and where will it be held at? Can we talk about that? It's going to be honest.
You can talk about it.
I haven't got the schedule yet.
First regular
long off.
The first regular season game will be March the 4th. Mm-hmm. It will be held at the Mississippi School of the Deaf in Jackson. Which will be 5.
Yeah. Shout out to the school for letting us play there too. Yeah. That was a big thing. We wanted to play here.
So is there a admission fee to get in, or is it free for the?
It's only $10.
Only $10, and is there any way that they can buy the ticket prior to, or do they need to buy it at the actual game?
We're working on that, but right now it's just at the gate.
All right. And then lastly, before we get out of here, you guys, tell them where they can find you at on Facebook, Instagram. Give them your the socials.
Okay. I'm Hunter Mitchell on Facebook, Hunter Mitchell 1989 on Instagram, And Snapchat, HLM689.
Yo, you gave out the Snapchat.
All right, man, look, I got it. The Snapchat's the only one that be notifying you when you don't want to see it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And what about you, Coach Keys?
I'm Josh Keys on Facebook. You can hit me on Facebook, Josh Keys, or you can hit Coach Brandon Clinton, also on Facebook. Joe Brown, Tracy Henderson, Trio the Don, all these guys that's on Facebook. You can hit us up, and we can take it from there.
Don't get upset when we don't respond right away. We do have people messaging us left and right. So
we will get back in touch with you.
I promise you we will.
Either one. Just if you can't get us one, go to the next one. But we will get to you. And but like I said, we're glad to talk with you and try to see where you need to be and try to put you in the right direction to what position you're in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then one more time, they can find you all the actual football team on Facebook as well. It means Bison.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Mid-State Byson.
All right. So you guys heard it here for it first. If you want to know more about the Mid-State Bisons, the football team, their schedule, and what they got going on, even if you wanted to join the team, make sure that you do so by contacting them on Facebook at the Mid-State Bisons. Once again, I am Ariel Galloway, Ariel B, the media plug, and also the producer for We Believe Studios, and this is the Mid-State Bison's Coach Keys, and we also have Coach Mitchell. Until next time, y'all have a good one.